the Chiefs at the Bills at BetMGM right now. The Chiefs are 5-point favorites, minus 115, over under 57.5. Some of these totals are getting crazy. Look, the big thing here is that this was supposed to be last Thursday night, and the Bills were supposed to host the Chiefs on a short week. But now you're giving the Chiefs extra preparation time off of a loss against the Raiders. And so it's basically, they're going from a Sunday to a Monday. Meanwhile, the Bills had to play a delayed game on Tuesday night. So they're going from Tuesday to Monday. It's like going from a Monday to a Sunday. So they have 2 fewer days of preparation. Bills' defense hasn't been great of late. Josh Allen had a bad game at Tennessee. You can't put that all on him. Josh Brown was hurt. Their Bills are dealing with some injuries on the defensive side of the ball as well. It's just a horrible spot for the Bills of these 2 4-1 teams. I make the line after adjusting for the rest and preparation advantage. And look, when you give the Chiefs extra time to prepare, and I love this Bills staff, but they're going from a Tuesday night road game to a Monday game, whereas the Chiefs are coming off a Sunday loss. You know that Reed's going to have his full arsenal cooked up for this game. And a game that's really important for the AFC playoff standings. One team gets a bye. So a lot of it's going to come down to how healthy the Bills are. This is a complete pass for me. I make the line at like 3.5, 4 after adjusting for the spot. It's 5 now. You're probably going to get a lot of people that want to back the Chiefs here after a loss. The Chiefs just look, their secondary is playing well. Here's the thing with Chiefs games. What makes them semi-difficult to bet for me is, and look, are the Bills going to blitz? Or are they going to drop back in zones more? They like the blitz. That don't do that against Mahomes. We've seen that time and time again. Who were the teams that beat the Chiefs? The Colts last year. The Chargers always give them fits. The Raiders, these teams that play a lot of zones and cover threes. And I mean, I know that the Colts switched up their defense last year. But that's how you can't let Mahomes beat you deep. And if you blitz him, he just goes backwards 30 yards and throws it 30 yards longer. So I don't know how the Bills are going to approach this from a defensive standpoint, but I expect a sharper Chiefs offense. And the Chiefs, I don't want to, but there's no value in the number. The Chiefs just have been off. But getting back to what I was saying is, look, the Chiefs should have lost to the Chargers and they lost to the Raiders. They call that penalty on Tyreek Hill, which they should have, for taking off his helmet. They don't win. They don't even get to overtime and then get a lucky win. And this is a team that never loses their division. Then they lose at home to the Raiders. But what did the Raiders do? The Raiders got up. They got the lead. That's the key against the Chiefs. The Chiefs' defense has some really good metrics when they get up, because they're an aggressive blitzing, can pressure you off the edge. Their secondary is playing well. They move around Honey Badger effectively. So with the lead, they're great front runners. But if you can get up on them, then you can still run the ball on them, and that's their biggest weakness. And you can compete with this team. So if the Chiefs come out and punch you in the mouth, you're in for a long night. If you can get up and get a touchdown drive, not settle for a field goal, get a stop and get another touchdown, I mean, Bills will win this game. I just don't have enough confidence that they'll do that. So this is a pass for me. I make it 3.5-ish after adjusting. It's at 5. I'll watch, see if I see anything live to make sure you stay tuned to the Action app, but pass for me. You see anything here?
Well, I agree with everything you said, and there's going to be a lot of people on Kansas City just for the fact that Andy Reid, with time off a bye week, did back to his days as head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, is just a massive advantage for anybody. I think primetime Monday Night Football, I think he's got against the spread trends that are just off the wall. But something that sticks out to me is that I think I think the Chiefs are one of the worst in the league at defending passes out of the backfield, and that does well for our old Utah running back Zach Moss. So I think if the Bills are going to pass more than usual, because that's the way to attack the Chiefs, then this is probably a game I'm going to end up taking an over on. So I will look to play the over. The weather doesn't look to be that bad. 50% chance of drizzle, 50 degrees, nothing that NFL players can't deal with, nothing that's going to affect them. And Buffalo winds actually looks pretty tame for a Buffalo game. So nothing that I would say would affect the total. So in that regard, if there's going to be an uptick in passing, especially out of the backfield by Buffalo, probably an overplay for me.
I want no part of the under in this game. Not betting the under. I mean, at a Chiefs Bills game, and Bills are throwing a lot on first down now, and which is good, and they're a more efficient offense. But yeah, I mean, it just I don't have enough value in the number. And if you get a few bad Josh Allen picks, yeah,
Then you
you
just
can
want them to be pick sixes.
yeah, you want to hope they're pick sixes. But the Bills just they got kind of shafted here. They have to play the Titans after all those delays. Now they end up playing the Chiefs, who lost to the Raiders at home. So you get the Chiefs off a loss with now a rest disadvantage. Good news, Bills fans, you got the Jets next week. So even if you don't win this game, I still think the Bills are a real contender in the AFC, especially once their defense gets fully healthy. If Josh Allen continues to improve, and he has so far this year, and an offense that's I love the play calling on just the throws on first down, the attacks downfield, especially with how they call PI this year, man. Bills with Diggs, and you have to have smoke. They got to get Brown healthy. That's the key to have those two dynamic receivers. So I think the Bills are a contender, regardless of what happens tomorrow. And you'll get right next week against the Jets. Everyone does.